Hello, all of my beautiful yogis. Thank you so much for tuning back into my YouTube channel. My name is Nikki. Today I thought it might be fun to just do like a little sit down chat so you can get to know me, so you know why I'm here, why I created this YouTube channel, why I teach yoga, and what you can expect from my channel going forward. So let's just get right into it. I am a 500-hour registered yoga teacher. I also took a Reiki training. I am level 1 and level 2 certified to perform Reiki, and that's something that I use for my jewelry. I also have a jewelry line, and I infuse all of my crystals and my creations with Reiki. I sage them, get all that bad energy, those bad vibes out, so they're ready to wear, so you can feel the intentions that are in them. So yeah, I weave my yoga teaching in with my jewelry making. So if you haven't checked it out yet, go to yogicrafted.com or go to the link that's in the description box below to check that out. But heading back into all things yoga, the reason that I wanted to teach yoga was because I went to a yoga festival. Some of you guys might have heard of it, Wanderlust. It's kind of a big deal. Obviously, it didn't happen this year, which was kind of a bummer because all of the crazy things happening in the world. But it was, I believe, 2018. I did the 4-day full-on yoga festival, just like fully immersed in yoga and in that beautiful community, a huge, amazing community of yogis from all over the world. I actually found my love for yoga doing partner yoga, so like acro. That's really where I found that connection to other people, like having to trust strangers that you don't even know, but like being able to fully trust them. That was really, really cool for me, and one of those moments where I was like, hey, all of these teachers teaching me how to do these things. I was sort of just like, wow, I want to do that for other people. I want to make people feel how I felt here, how I felt in this community of beautiful, beautiful people, the kindest souls I've ever met. I still have lifelong friends from that festival that I still keep in touch with, which is super awesome. I just liked the idea of giving someone an experience that I had. So I just wanted to do for other people what my teachers did for me. I wanted them to feel empowered just like I did, and in a community, and happy in their own bodies. One of my favorite parts about teaching is theming classes. So what that means is not only do you write out sequences of poses that feel good in the body and open up the certain body parts that you want to open up for that class, but you also say certain things, whether that's little messages or intentions or something like that, that go along with those poses, so people take something out of their practice rather than just feeling stretched. So that's a big reason why I teach, just delivering people deeper meanings of yoga, whether they know it or not. When I'm able to do that, it feels so amazing inside. So I know that whether people understand that that's what I'm doing or not, that's what I love to do. So really nothing else matters. It's what I deliver, and it's how it feels to deliver it that matters the most, rather than how other people perceive it, if that makes sense. So the reason why I actually wanted to make a YouTube channel, I've wanted to make a YouTube channel for so long, and I finally did it. So there's that. Super excited about it. Hope you guys are too. Anyways, the reason I made a YouTube channel and wanted to bring my teachings and my offerings and all of the fun things that I have to offer to YouTube, to the World Wide Web, was because I actually started doing yoga on YouTube. I started doing yoga because I had a really bad wrist injury that happened from playing volleyball. I played volleyball pretty much my whole life up until that wrist injury. So from like 7 years old to 17, which is a long time in a kid life. 10 years is a long time. So yeah, if any of you guys play sports, you know how hard it is to have an injury and not know what else there is to do, especially if you had that one sport and like that was your thing, that was your life. For volleyball, if any of my volleyball friends are out there, or anyone who is familiar with volleyball, you'll know that there's really no breaks in season. So you have like high school and then you have club, and there's like maybe 2 weeks in between there. So pretty much volleyball is life. Sports are life. If you're an athlete, if you play sports, and you'll understand what I'm saying. If you don't play sports, then just keep listening. I played volleyball my whole life, and then all of a sudden I couldn't anymore because of my wrist, and I really didn't know what else to do. I had always been active, like I said, practicing all the time, training all the time, pushing my body way too hard. That's for another day. But it's just really hard, and you guys will know, like I said, if you've been injured, to suddenly have this lifelong sport that you've been training for, that has always been like the center of your world, just ripped away from you. And for me, I didn't even know what I wanted to do. I just wanted to play professional volleyball, and that was it. Like, people were like, so what do you want to do in college? And I'm like, play volleyball. So it was hard. It was a journey trying to figure out what I wanted to do from there. Long story short, still kind of a long story, but anyways, I started doing yoga in my living room with YouTube. So that kind of got my physical body moving again. When I first was injured, when I first injured my wrist, I didn't do much for a while. It was mainly just for me to start moving my body again and get familiar with just having some movement in my life. And so I find that YouTube is the perfect place to start doing yoga, especially if you were like me, super self-conscious, not very confident, like not super comfortable with just waltzing into a studio and hopping right into your first class. The reason that I made this channel was for those of you who were like me, who were a little bit timid, a little bit scared, didn't really want to go to a studio, just kind of wanted to do your own thing, to kind of figure it out so you can maybe work up to going to a studio, or maybe you love this and you just do this. Whatever it is, it's just so yoga is more accessible to everyone. Yeah, I started doing yoga when I was around 18 after I injured my wrist, and believe it or not, after I got surgery on my wrist, I wasn't given any physical therapy or anything like that, and so my wrist was super stiff. So just doing yoga in general, the vinyasas, like all the wrist flexion, stuff like that, that's really what gave me back my strength in my left side and my wrist, and healed my wrist. I just think that it's super, super awesome that we have this space to practice yoga at our own pace. So we don't have to worry about driving somewhere to do yoga or something like that. It's like, it's just there on your phone, which is so cool. And I just wanted to offer my teachings to as many people as I could. And I found that YouTube was the best way to do that. A few things that you can expect from me on this channel going forward. I plan to create some yoga education videos, whether that be like breath work or talking about the chakras or certain adjustments in different poses or something like that, or even like intention setting, the spirituality behind yoga, which is something that I didn't discover until 2 years after doing yoga on my own at the Wanderlust Festival, at this yoga festival. That was the first time I was kind of like, oh, this has a whole other piece to it that I didn't even know about. So I'm just trying to honestly give you guys everything that I know so you can make your practice into everything that you want it to be. and you know how to move your body, where your body is in space. Just feel super, super confident in your practice, even if you're just starting out, like working with your body to make those intentions come to life, things like that. I plan to release videos in the beginning of the week that are more educational, kind of like sit down chats, like explaining certain things about yoga. And then towards the end of the week, I plan to have like a flow to go along with that. I'll give you guys the educational piece first, and then we'll work that with our bodies later. So that is kind of what I'm planning on going forward. So stay tuned for that. I'll try my best to answer any questions that I had when I was a beginner starting out in yoga and things like that. What to expect in your first yoga class, or just all of the amazing spiritual benefits along with the physical benefits of yoga, all of that good stuff. And I think that's about it. I definitely plan on having a variety of classes. I would love to have several different playlists, like one for beginner flows, one for gentle morning flows, like I already posted, and then maybe one for more challenging flows or yoga for yoga teachers. Just really helping you all dive deeper into your practice, no matter where you are at this point. If you are following me along on this journey, on this YouTube adventure, just expect some different types of flows. I definitely like to change it up and be unique, but it will definitely be accessible for everyone, because yoga is for everyone, even if you can't touch your toes. Don't have to touch your toes to be a yogi. Everyone's a yogi. Just different varieties of flow classes, because that's how I like to move my body the best. So don't be intimidated if you don't have a ton of yoga experience. This channel is for everyone. Every type of yogi, anyone who likes to move their body, or anyone who maybe wants to incorporate a yoga practice into their lives, but you might not have the time or the money to get into a studio. So I am just here to offer you guys everything that I have to offer. Thank you guys so much for being here with me, for taking this time out of your day to learn a little bit about me and kind of just understand my why behind this and my intention for this YouTube channel going forward. Also, so I can get to know you guys a little bit better and know kind of what you want to see from my channel going forward as well. If you can, please let me know in the comments down below what type of things that you would like to learn about yoga, what types of classes are your favorites, and things like that, so I know how to serve you best. If you haven't already, please give this video a thumbs up, and I would absolutely love it and be so grateful if you could hit that subscribe button so you guys know when I have more videos out. So with that being said, thank you again so much for being here. Namaste.